All right, so welcome everyone. Yeah, so if you have questions, just put them in the chat. I'll get to them at the end. And if it's anything personal that you want to know, just reach out to me personally. I know we have a lot of oil users on this call already, on this class, and we have some people who are brand new to oils. Wherever you are, you will get value out of this. And I'm just so grateful to have you here. So my name's Wendy Kohler, and I am an essential oil specialist. I've been teaching about essential oils for over 5 years now and using them with my family for that same amount of time. My background's in healthcare. I have a doctorate of physiotherapy and worked in acute care medicine for over 10 years, including cardiac medicine. And then I began my doTERRA journey, and here I am teaching families and women around the world how to take care of themselves better, whether it's physically or emotionally. And tonight we have a really fun class. It's essential oils for romance and libido. And I love teaching this one. I ramped it up this year. I tweaked my slides, I tweaked my ebook, and I can't wait to share those with you. I would love this to be interactive if possible. So please let us know in the chat where you're from, if you have essential oil experience, maybe what you're diffusing right now. I'm diffusing grapefruit, Douglas fir, and passion. And oh my gosh, I just want to like put my head right over it and just keep breathing in. So yeah, share with us a little bit of that information. We'd love to know. So the intention of this class is to teach you tips, tricks, some hot recipes. And also in the beginning, I'm going to touch on like what's going on in our bodies, what a little bit of science background. So why is sex good for us? But also why can we sometimes be lower in the libido area? And I think this is even more prevalent this year with all the blase of this year. We're doing the same old Groundhog Day, it feels like. So libido can be low, or maybe you're on the other end of the spectrum where you're like, woo, this is the hottest my sex life has ever been. Wherever you are on that journey, you absolutely will get something out of this, even if it's just the recipes and the ebook at the end. Okay, so let's just like get going with this. One thing I want to say is we want to make every day feel like Valentine's Day. It doesn't have to be just 1 week a year. It doesn't have to be just, weekends, let's say. We can make our lives, our libido, romance, we can include that in our everyday life every day. And how great would it feel if we did that? So I hope you can put some of these recipes to work with you. Top 10 reasons why sex is good for you. You may have seen this post on my Instagram, and maybe that's why you're here tonight, because you're like, ooh, this looks like fun. But the top reasons that sex is good for you are for your health are like, they're pretty awesome. So you should share this with someone you know, or share it with your significant other. But sex is good as a stress reliever. Sex can lower blood pressure and reduce stress. One study looked at women's heart rates and cortisol levels as a measure of stress response, and it found that women showed less stress after good sex with a partner. Emotional support alone didn't have the same effect. So it's a great physiological stress reliever. Number 2, sex boosts immunity. 1 to 2 times a week has been linked to higher levels of antibodies that can protect our bodies. So we want to be boosting our immune system right now. We want to be able to fight things off that we're exposed to. So having sex 1 or 2 a week is a great part of the immune system supporting recipe for you. Sex burns calories. Yep, the more you do it, the more you burn. Not like that, but the more calories you burn. We can't really go to many gyms right now, depending on what province you're in. Lots of us are doing home workouts with different programs. But if you had to have sex for 30 minutes or go on the elliptical, I think I know what we would choose. Sex improves cardiovascular health. Women who have more sex tend to have higher levels of estrogen, which protects them against heart disease and also helps in a number of different areas from a health perspective. Sex boosts self-esteem. Oh, I jumped out of the list there. My list is a little bit different. Boost self-esteem. Research at the University of Texas found that a self-esteem boost was one of the 237 reasons that people have sex. Sex improves intimacy, orgasms, and having sex increases levels of oxytocin, the so-called love hormone, which help us bond and build trust. Sex temporarily reduces pain. If you've ever had cramps or a headache, I know lots of people use headache as an excuse not to have sex, but it actually helps release oxytocin and endorphins that help us temporarily reduce pain. So if you experience chronic pain, you might not be in the mood, but this could be a temporary help for you. Sex strengthens the pelvic floor muscles, and this also increases our pleasure during intimacy, but strengthening the pelvic floor, I'm sure, and I think we're primarily women on this webinar, is we don't want to experience incontinence later in life. So sex strengthens your pelvic floor, which reduces the risk of incontinence later. Sex helps you sleep better. So according to researchers, oxytocin released during orgasm also helps you catch more Z's, and that can come from solo sex or sex with a partner. And lastly, sex fights aging, like exercise does, and lots of other health habits do. But sex burns calories that can help you battle the onslaught of aging. So 10 reasons why sex is good for you. And I think that if more men saw that they would be on the call, and then they'd be saying to their partners, hey, tap, tap, tap. But keep that in mind when you're not feeling in the mood. And then I'm going to teach you a few tricks to get you in the mood. So we may want to have a lot of sex for all these reasons and others, but there are lots of reasons why we might be lacking desire. Okay. And maybe you're in this boat or maybe you're not, but from having no sleep, maybe you are a mom of young kids, or maybe you have so much stress at home or in the workplace right now that also leads to lowered libido. Maybe you are so worried that you can't even get aroused. Maybe you're overwhelmed with all the things that are going on right now. That would not be surprising. And then maybe you have low hormone or hormonal imbalances. And then some other reasons for lowering libido: depression, low self-esteem, alcohol use. I think the last statistic I saw was alcohol consumption has gone up 160% over COVID and lockdowns. So that lowers your libido. You know, one glass of wine is all right, but medications, drug use, erectile dysfunction, hormonal changes like menopause, perimenopause, pregnancy, illness in general, lack of time, and then relationship challenges. So essential oils, you guys, can help with a lot of these things. And we're going to target a few specifics tonight. And how are we doing in the chat here? Thanks everyone for chiming in from where you're from. I totally appreciate that. And again, just put your questions in there afterwards. So 3 ways essential oils can help you in this area. I just want to be clear, I'll only be talking about doTERRA essential oils in this class because it's the only brand that I use with my family and that I trust because of its purity, potency, the quality of the oils, where we source our oils, and the transparency of the company. The number of tests we do on each and every oil is the most in the industry. And there's so much transparency that you can just take your bottle of oil and take the number on the bottom and punch it into a third-party website and get your results. And let me just do a quick little caveat here. This is a doTERRA oil. This is an Amazon knockoff. Don't buy your oils from Amazon unless you just want to dump them down the toilet, which would probably also be bad too. So doTERRA is the only brand you can take internally as well. If you want more information on the differences in oil companies or oil, more of the basics, check out one of my intro classes and I'll link that up at the end as well, but that's where we dive deeper into that. So first of all, one of the ways essential oils can help is by supporting your limbic system. And your limbic system, I'm going to go a little sciencey for a second, is a donut-shaped, it's right in here, donut-shaped system of neural structures associated with memory, mood, behavior, emotions, things like fear and aggression, and also our drives, like our drive for food and our drive for sex. When pure and potent essential oils are inhaled, they interact with the limbic system. So just by breathing them in, you're actually impacting your brain and affecting those areas, as well as a cascade of messenger chemicals in your body that occur. And we just simply breathe them in. And that sense of smell is so fast. That reaction is so fast that you can have an impact very, very quickly. Secondly, essential oils can work on our circulatory and our endocrine and our reproductive systems. And those are sometimes some of the systems that are out of balance, and that creates lower libido. So when we're working with those oils, we can use them. Well, I'll go into the ways you can use them in a minute. I'm pulling from some notes on the science just so I am clear with it, because I could talk about science for days and I'm trying to be concise. When applied to the skin, the chemical compositions of oils work quickly on these systems. Like we can raise our body temperature when we're using oils, and that can help us feel warmer. I don't know about you guys, but in -30 in Canada, it doesn't make me feel like I want to be intimate at all. I want to put on my fleece and my fuzzy robe and my fuzzy slippers that I have on right now. Shh, don't tell anyone. And once we reach our ideal body temperature, the sensual and euphoric properties of the oils can be most effective. Essential oils also work and interact with our pituitary gland. That's our master endocrine gland, and that controls hormone production. Low activity of our pituitary gland can lead to low sex drive. So essential oils can support an active pituitary gland, which increases our libido. And then thirdly, essential oils help to get to the root cause. So if you've ever worked with me with oils, if you're one of my customers, you know that I always ask you questions. It's not just like, okay, you have a headache, great, I'm going to give you peppermint. It's like, okay, tell me more about it. What factors are contributing? What triggers do you have? And we get to the root cause because we don't really want to use essential oils like a Band-Aid solution. I don't want you to go over and just use peppermint when you have a headache instead of an over-the-counter. I want you to be able to integrate the oils on a regular basis so that you get the best health results. Okay, so we can get to the root cause and we can support hormone balance, lessen anxiousness, decrease fatigue, combat discomfort, and work with our emotions. And all of these things are part of intimacy. Okay, so those are some basics on the ways we can use oils, and I promise I'm nearly through the science, but basically we can use the power of smell and the interaction of the oils with our brain and our brain chemistry to change our mood, our mental state, and our hormones. If you don't know this, if you're brand new to oils and you are like, you're not even sure what I'm talking about, you just saw romance, intimacy, sex, and you thought this would be awesome, I'll just tell you, essential oils are naturally occurring volatile aromatic compounds that are found in plants. So seeds, bark, roots, flowers, and other parts of the plant, and they carry a therapeutic or a health value with them. And so when you source your oils from around the world, it makes a difference with what therapeutic qualities the oil has. So in short, they're plant-based medicine, and they've been around since the earth was around, okay? So we're gonna use the power of smell to change our mood, our mental state, and our hormones. And tonight, now that we're through that part of it, we're gonna talk about some intimacy must-haves, some massage and bath blends, diffuser, roller, spray, and lubricant recipes. Who's ready for that? Tips and tricks in the bedroom as well. Does that sound good, guys? Let me know in the chat if that sounds like a good plan for you. So 3 ways to set the mood. The first thing you want to do when you're thinking of intimacy and you want to raise that level in your body is to set the mood. Going just like cold turkey, maybe that works sometimes, but let's get prepared. Let's prepare our bodies as mostly women on this, or maybe if you're watching the recording, our bodies take a little bit of time to prep and set the stage. So one of the ways we can use our oils is aromatically. It is putting the oils in the air by using something like a diffuser, okay? So if you had your diffuser, maybe it's in your bathroom, maybe it's at your bedside table, or wherever else you like to get intimate, then you can put some blends in there. I'll share a bunch with you and a bunch in the ebook that I have. And just breathing it in can shift and impact your mood. It can lessen stress and anxious feelings, or it can make you feel more alert, awake, and invigorated. And one of the things that comes to mind is this. Tell me if you remember the smell of your first boyfriend, let's say, in my case, the smell of the cologne he wore. Like, do you remember? Yeah, Rolanda saying Jacquard Noir. I know. I remember these smells, and I can like take myself back to those places of like new love, right? So aromatically, we create that relationship in our brain and our body, and maybe you even feel something right now, physically or emotionally, of that memory that you have of that cologne that your first significant other wore, or that perfume. It's pretty cool. So we can diffuse, you can play with the blends, you can mix and match and make whatever you want. If your significant other loves florals, go with that. And I'll share some really good ones. If they like more woodsy, more grounding, more earthy aromas, then play with that. If they like more minty, then play with that. The opportunities, the options are endless. You could create whatever you want. You can use your oils for your own perfume. So this ties into topical use, but a really great option is to, and this goes into aromatic use, is put your oils, your roller or a drop of your oils in your hands and rub it through your hair. And then go up and hug or kiss or whichever your significant other, and they're going to breathe that in, and it's just like magic. So pick your favorite blend or their favorite blend and work with that and see. You can roll it on the back of your neck, behind your ears, but through your hair is good too. And then even in the grocery store, even if we're 6 feet apart, people are like, oh, I can smell that. That smells really lovely. People used to get really close in the grocery line, not anymore. But anyway, all right. So you can create your own perfume or cologne with that as well, and they get the aromatic impact. And you can make some linen sprays. So this is a really easy one. You just put them in a spray bottle. I'll share some after, and you can spritz your blankets, your pillows, your sheets, and create whatever you want, whether it's a frisky aroma or more relaxing because it's just a regular Tuesday night and you want to go to sleep. So that's aromatic use. Topical use is when we use our oils on the body, and we want to make sure that we are diluting them with what's called fractionated coconut oil or liquid coconut oil. This is really important when you're using oils that are spicy or hot. And some of our libido oils are spicy and hot. So you want to take extra care to dilute these oils. You can apply them to pulse points. That's great. Wrists, down your décolletage. You can do back of neck, bottom of feet if you're wanting a more impact anywhere. And then if it's something in your, something that's occurring with you that is limiting your romance and libido, like let's say you're not having a lot of sex because you have a lot of back pain. Well, let's address the area by applying some of our pain relief blends topically. Now, to go back to safety, I'm going to share a funny story with you. I have lots of funny stories, actually, with all these 5 years. First of all, don't get oils in your eyes, in your ears, up your nose, and be careful when you're experimenting down below because they are potent and powerful. 1 drop of peppermint is like 28 cups of peppermint tea. So you really want to make sure you dilute. Now, if you get oils in a place that are, and they become uncomfortable, whether that's on your neck or somewhere else, and you're playing a little bit with oils, if it's uncomfortable, don't run into the shower and then try to wash the oils off. What you want to make sure you do is apply more carrier oil. So I have a story from a friend whose hubby wanted to incorporate some oils into their love life. And he had heard that cinnamon was a great oil to spice things up in the bedroom. So he thought he would use that to as a personal lubricant with some coconut oil, but not enough. I actually wouldn't recommend. Anyway, he's like, oh my gosh, this is hot. This is so hot. So he runs into the shower and tries to wash it off. Well, water and oils don't mix. Water drives the oil in, and that was even more intense. So he was freaking out in the shower. Like my friend was in tears telling us the story. It was the best. Now he knows that he should use fractionated coconut oil or anything, like lotion if you're stuck. So please make sure to play cautiously with safety and dilute. Okay, now what do I want to share with you next? You can use topically as a massage oil. So combining some of the oils I'll share with you tonight with fractionated coconut oil. And it's really easy just to make up your own. This is a regular doTERRA one and it has a pump top. So then it's just more controllable, I guess. It's easier to dispense. You can use oils as a personal lubricant. And I'm going to share a couple extra little tools with you for that as well. And yeah, like I said, using them if you're experiencing something, a headache, back pain, whatever it is. If you're experiencing something like hormone imbalance or something along that nature, then You can use some of our hormone balancing oils on your inside of your ankle. You can use them from hip to hip, over your low abdomen and the bottom of the feet. That would be a good regular, at least twice a day practice for you. Then the third way to set the mood is in the bath. Having a relaxing bath can really get our bodies, get our minds, get our libido prepared for a nice fun evening, and it can help to reduce stress as well. You want to, when you're using essential oils in the bath, doTERRA's oils are not like your typical mall oils, you guys. You only need 2, 3, maybe 4 at the very most drops of essential oil in your bath. You don't need 15 to 30, whatever the mall store says. Just 2, 3, 4 at the most. Start low, go slow, and see what you like. And you want to add in 1/2 to a cup of Epsom salts for a number of different reasons, but it helps to diffuse or disperse the oil and incorporate it into the water a little bit better. And again, you can play with endless combinations for this. Okay, so safety, play with your oils and find combinations that you like, and then use them to help you set the mood, using aromatical, topical, or in the bath. And then the fourth way, actually, you can use doTERRA is internally. So I was thinking today, like, what interferes with us, why we would need internal oils to set the mood? Well, a lot of people get intimate after dinner or later in the evening. But if you've eaten a really heavy meal and you're uncomfortable, or if you have chronic digestive problems, you're not going to feel very sexy. So we have oils to help support digestion, to help reduce discomfort, and you can use oils that way. Or if you're someone like me who just like hates being cold, there are oils to help warm you up, like an oil like ginger or cassia or cinnamon. So a little cup of tea or warm water with a drop of ginger in it will go a long way. Okay, so again, that's only doTERRA, though we don't use other oils internally. Now we're going to get into the juicy stuff. These are the oils I'm going to highlight tonight, and don't worry, I'm not going to talk half an hour on each of them, but I am going to highlight all of these because we have a ton of oils that you can use to support your libido and your romantic endeavors. So take a screenshot. Actually, that would be the best thing for you to do, especially if you're already an oil user. If you're not, you might feel a little overwhelmed with this, but don't worry, I'll send you the recording afterwards. But these are really phenomenal essential oils and a couple of personal lubricant options to use as well. Okay. Not only do our essential oils work physiologically and physically with the body, but there are emotional properties to each and every oil. And if you're brand new, you're probably thinking, what? But if you're an experienced oil user, you know that they have emotional benefits. So when people first start, they're usually like looking for the physical stuff. How do I stop a headache? How do I stop my kid from having a runny nose? Okay, here's what you use. But over time, as you develop your knowledge of essential oils and tap into our continuing education, you'll learn that there are emotional uses as well. I really love referencing this book. It's the Essential Emotions Guide, and it goes through all of the emotional uses of these oils, as well as if you're having pain or discomfort anywhere in your body, it will help pinpoint perhaps an emotional root to that. So I'll go through the emotional stuff and then the physical. But sandalwood, Hawaiian sandalwood, is the oil of sacred devotion. So we need connection in our romantic life for usually the best experience. Black pepper is the oil of unmasking. And sometimes we're struggling with maybe something that's happened in our life where we don't even know why we can't feel an intimate connection. So black pepper. Cinnamon bark is the oil of sexual harmony. Ylang Ylang is the oil of the inner child, so you get to become more free and playful. Clary sage is the oil of clarity and vision, and it's very much a feminine hormonal oil as well. Cypress is the oil of motion and flow, and we want to get our cardiovascular system, our circulatory system flowing, but we also want emotional flow, not just stagnation anywhere. Ginger is an oil of empowerment. So ladies or gents, throw on those heels and have a drop of ginger going, apply it to different areas. This is a great oil. Peppermint is the oil of a buoyant heart, and it also makes us feel more alert, awake, and gives us more oxygen to our brain. Neroli is the oil of shared purpose and partnership, so a deep connection oil there. Rose is the oil of divine love. And I looked at my desk and I have 2 rose rollers on my desk. I'm like, how many rose rollers do I need right now? Obviously at least 2. And then jasmine, the oil of sexual purity and balance. And you guys, if you have the emotions book, dive in. It's fascinating to read some of this stuff. And then whisper, that now comes in a roll-on, is the oil of femininity. It used to come in a 5 ml and it was really, really strong for me. So I would put it in a roller. And what I love about this oil is that it kind of smells different on everyone. So on me, it kind of smells cinnamony, which is very interesting because my husband loves cinnamon and cinnamon hearts, and on other people it smells different. If you've ever done that little experiment with some friends, like put in the chat what it smells like on you. So those are some emotional properties of the oils, and we need that emotional connection for to ramp up our love life too. Now let's talk physical. Black pepper is an oil that improves confidence and focus. It warms our body up, and it's an oil that helps our cardiovascular system as well. Cinnamon bark, it's warming, increases blood flow and circulation, and we need good circulatory flow now, don't we? Passion is a beautiful blend, and it comes in the 5 ml aura roller, and it helps us to rekindle excitement and enthusiasm. So it's a really, really pretty blend. Ginger helps boost the male libido, and peppermint is stimulating, cooling, and refreshing. Peppermint's actually, all of these are great in a massage oil, and I'll give you some recipes at the end. Ylang Ylang increases our desire and encourages attraction. It's also a powerful aphrodisiac. Who doesn't want a little Ylang Ylang in the life? It's really sweet and floral. I usually only am able to put like 1 drop in my diffuser, whereas some people just like love this one for sure. Clary sage helps us to balance our estrogen and progesterone and decrease cortisol levels in our body. And again, when we look back to stress relief and stress reduction, that's important for libido. Cypress supports circulatory system and increases blood flow, and sandalwood is calming and harmonizing. So those are multiple oils that can help support our libido and our love life. And then these are some of our favorite rollers, and these are going to impact our brain as well. So rose supports serotonin regulation. All of these are very much mood enhancing oils that if you've had low mood or episodes of feeling low feelings or depressed feelings, these are oils you want to get into your life, especially right now. So rose supports serotonin regulation. Neroli supports GABA regulation. And you can look these up after we've done enough science for now. Whisper supports female sensuality and sexuality. And jasmine supports dopamine regulation. So if your mood is something that you struggle with, any of these are excellent tools. And at some point, all of these are excellent tools. They're literally on my desk right now. Okay, so those are some basics. Now into the recipes. Who's ready for recipes? Tell me. Tell me what you want to know. This is a great libido booster combination. So you can take your neroli, your rose, and your jasmine. All 3 of them together would be exceptional, but you can use them individually too. And you're just going to roll them on your wrists or over pulse points, ankles, inside of wrists, 2 or 3 times a day to increase your libido and create hormonal synergy. So we're working on emotions, we're working on hormone balance, we're working on energy around intimacy as well with the libido booster. So snap a screenshot if you want, and this is in the ebook too. Setting the mood recipes. So a couple of different diffuser recipes here. Spice it up. You can use Ylang Ylang, sandalwood, and cinnamon. And again, you can become super creative in your own life. And then instant aphrodisiac, 2 clary sage, 2 Ylang Ylang, and 2 passion. And then I mentioned the sheet sprays. I've got a couple more in the book, but sexy sheets, 7 drops of passion, 7 drops of Ylang Ylang. You add it to a sprayer bottle. If you don't have the amazing one from doTERRA, you can just use any sprayer and any spray top. So Dollarama will work too. And then just spritz your sheets, okay? There's lots of ways we can use sprays of essential oils around the home. Get in the mood bath recipes. Add up to a total of 4 drops. I would say even cut it maybe to 2 or 3, but ylang ylang, jasmine, and sandalwood to 1 cup of Epsom salt, and to the salts before dispensing in water. If you don't have, so currently jasmine only comes in the roller from doTERRA, you could actually pop the top off, use a pipette, which I don't have handy, and put a drop in there. Or if you're somebody who's received jasmine before, you can use a drop of jasmine that way, or you can substitute another oil out there. I know I have cinnamon pictured here, but I probably wouldn't use cinnamon in the bath. It's just going to create a lot of heat, maybe too much heat for you. Okay. Oh, that's why it's there. Avoid hot oils in the bath. Remember to always combine with a dispersant. So the Epsom salt. That's why that's there. Perfect. To remind me to tell you, don't use cinnamon in the bath. Attraction blend. So this is a roller bottle blend. And although we've got so many beautiful oils that we can get from doTERRA, you can also make your own. I'm looking for a homemade roller. They're all upstairs. So you can just create your own blends. This one, attraction blend could be 8 drops of passion, 3 drops of whisper, or use the whisper touch and put that in a roller. So you can do up to 15 drops in a 10 ml. Again, you'd start low and rise up depending on how your skin tolerates the oils, and you don't need a ton of oil. It's better to be more consistent than it is to like load all the oils on at once. Pro tip, have your partner smell your favorite blends and ask which scents they love. Back to the men's cologne or your significant other's perfume when you were young, like, didn't you love it when they put it on for you? It was like that extra gift, like they know you liked it and they put it on for you and you liked it. So if you know what they like, then that really helps. I love, with my husband, I love when he puts on Arbor Vitae. I love when he puts on frankincense. I like more of the wood oils with him, and then Siberian fir, any of those like foresty ones. So that's what draws me in, although he doesn't typically wear the florals anyway. Roller Recipes, another one, the big O. Write this down, everyone. 5 drops of clary sage, 5 drops of ylang ylang, and 5 of neroli that you can pipe out of the bottle. And then you can add it to there, use it as massage over the abdomen, chest, and inner thighs. And then between the thighs, that's what this blend is called. 4 drops of clary sage, 4 drops of cypress, 1 drop of ginger, 1 drop of peppermint in a roller top it up with fractionated coconut oil, and then apply to the inner thighs from like hip bone down or inside the pelvis to your knee, and then massage it in. And this is a great inner thigh massage. So if you want a pro tip, keep these or at least a couple of them in your bedside table for easy access. So it's not like, oh, wait a minute, honey, I got to run to the kitchen to grab my oils. That's not going to be good, is it? So keep them handy. Keep one in your purse, roll it on your way home from work so that you feel in the mood when you get home. Okay, sensual massage. So many possibilities, but here are a couple for you. The erotic massage blend, aphrodisiac massage blend, sweet and spicy massage. Feel free to take a screenshot. What you would do is you'd put them in a bottle like this or another sort of bottle and add the essential oils in, add your fractionated coconut oil, or just buy one of these and then add your essential oils in and then use it. Okay, again, another good one to keep in the bedside table. And other carrier oils that you can use that are pretty great. If you've never heard Get It On with Yarrow Palm, I can't even remember who made that up, but it made me laugh and it was so awesome. Yarrow Palm can actually be a really great carrier in this instance and as a personal lubricant. And then the Beautiful Body Mist. I love the Beautiful Body Mist. That's what my husband loves too. It's beautiful. It's like stunning and enticing, and it makes you feel so amazing. So you could do a combination of any of these things. You could have a massage with the Beautiful Body Spray and then add a couple of drops of geranium or something else in there. The sky's the limit. And you know what's the best about these things? That there are no toxins, right? If you're going to a store and you're buying a sensual massage lotion, go ahead and read the ingredients. You don't really want that on your skin. All we have here is nature and some coconut oil, which is obviously also nature, but you're not putting toxic chemicals on your skin. You have, you're not putting them on or around sensitive body parts either. Personal lubricant, these are fun. The Energizer Bunny and the sexy, spicy, and cool blend. So you can put these in a spray bottle, or again, you can use them in a pump bottle, or you can put it in a roller bottle. Fun, fun, fun. I would make sure you label them too somehow. You could do it discreetly, or you can make it very blatant, but you can get little stickers from doTERRA in your ordering site. You just search stickers and then you can get the stickers and then pop those on, or just label your body. Maybe you have a cricket or something, put that on there. So Energizer Bunny, you'd add them to a roller. You can apply them into the hand and then apply them where you would like. Okay. Always pay attention to how your body reacts to different lubricants and test any new substances on other parts of the body before applying to the genital area. So obviously that's a sensitive area. Maybe you want to try a more sensitive area on your skin first in other areas just to make sure. And again, these two do work very well as a standalone lubricant. So little tip there, forget the KY. These are much, 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 much better. And a little goes a long way. Fatigue and exhaustion. I can't even talk about sex life, libido, hormones, or anything without touching on this. This is often a huge factor in the lack of intimacy. Even though you feel like it in your brain, your body's just like, I am beat, and for lots of different reasons. So healthy nutrition is important. And even though you might eat perfectly well and you're very into natural eating, whatever the case may be, many times we're still not getting the vitamins and minerals that we need to support our body to function well, to get our hormones going, to fight things off in our body, to balance what our bodies need to do. So doTERRA has what's called lifelong vitality. And when I first started taking this, I started taking it because I had hair loss, big bald spots, but hair loss. And what I noticed within the first few days, because hair doesn't grow back that quickly, but it did grow back, is energy. I had way more energy. And at that time I had 2 little kids at home and I was working full time, and I was just like running the treadmill rat race kind of every single day. And that's what I noticed very first was increased energy. So if you've never tried lifelong vitality before, or you want to learn more about it, just let us know, or the person who helped you get started with doTERRA. But these 3 are like, I don't know, there's nothing on the market that beats it. And then Mito2 Max, love, love, love this. So this is a non-addictive, non-caffeinated, clean energy supplement that helps your cells feel more energy. So it supports our mitochondria in our cells. And I just take one every morning, and that keeps me going for the day. If I was going to be up really late, like, when we used to go out dancing and stuff, I would definitely take one in the evening. And then peppermint. Just inhale a drop of peppermint to help wake you up. That's not going to last all day, but it will temporarily wake you up and make you feel less tired and less exhausted. So if you've never tried Lifelong Vitality, I challenge you to do so. There's a 30-day money-back guarantee as well. All right, we're almost at the end. Flowers die, but essential oils last forever. Like the bottles last at least 5 years, depending on how much you're using them. But that's what the expiration date on the bottom. There's a 5-year code, even though I've had some more than 5 years, and they are perfectly good. But stay till the end, because I'm going to also share some tips on deepening your emotional bond so that you can create more intimacy. If you're brand new to oils and you don't have a doTERRA account yet, you'll be interested in like, okay, how do I get these into my home? Well, there's 3 ways to purchase. The first way is retail. It's the most expensive way to purchase. The only time you purchase retail is if you go into a spa or our chiropractic office, but it's the most expensive way to do so. Nobody ever buys retail. And then there's wholesale. This is like having a wholesale account or your Costco account where you get the best price. And with doTERRA, that's 25% below the retail. And then the third way is below wholesale, and that's the only way I get my oils. And it's the way most people start, is by purchasing a starter kit and a collection. So I'm going to highlight a few that are related to libido, romance, and all of that, and tell you about a promotion this month in February 2021. So a great libido booster collection for someone, if that's what they're specifically looking for. And also we talked about how this impacts our brain chemistry and low mood and all of that. These are also exceptional for skin, but tonight we're focusing on libido. These 3 oils, if you got started with your doTERRA account with these, you would get your wholesale account and $50 back in doTERRA dollars, which basically means you get $50 to spend for free on other oils. Then there's an aphrodisiac collection, and these are just custom kits that I've created for you. So we've got Passion, Hawaiian Sandalwood, Clary Sage, Ylang Ylang, and Wild Orange. If you were to start with these aphrodisiac oils, you would also get $50 back with doTERRA to use in the future. And then I think a really great option, especially if you're someone struggling with a lot of areas of life, lack of sleep, digestive problems, fatigue, exhaustion, is the Healthy Habits Kit, but we're going to call it the Sexy Habits Kit because healthy is sexy. Okay. So if someone got started with the Healthy Habits Kit, they would also receive $50 back. And this includes our Lifelong Vitality, 5 incredible oils to support your mind, your body, your emotions. Deep Blue Rub, this is for pain. And our veggie capsules that you can put your oils in, and an enzyme replacement. So this isn't a standard. In my regular intro class, I go more deeply into the standard kits. But if you want the most bang for your buck in February, the best start for anyone would be our starter kit that's called the Healthy Essentials Kit. It is 10 incredible oils in 15 milliliter bottles, a 12-hour diffuser for your whole night long, and you'd get $50 back and $100 in our On Guard products. And although I didn't talk about On Guard being our most popular immune system supporting blend in this webinar, it's what every household needs, absolutely. So in this kit are peppermint, lemon, lavender, copaiba, adaptive, reduces stress and anxious feelings, balance is lovely. It's one of my favorite scents on my husband as well. On Guard, Easy Air, Zenjust, Deep Blue. So I didn't go through these oils. So if you're brand new, you're probably like, I don't know what you're talking about. That's okay. We can talk about that later. How do you get started? Well, you can text me and say, hey, I need help getting started. This is what I was thinking. Help me out. So my number is 705-717-4007. If someone else invited you to this webinar and you're ready to get started, just reach out to them and they'll help you. If you're with me, you can go to Wendy Kohler doTERRA. It's a bit.ly link. Or if you need specific help, book a wellness consult with me and we will go over, because health and hormones and libido, it's a little bit complex. And I love getting to the root of the problem. My health background really helps with that. Okay, deepening the bond. Take a picture of this. How do we make our sex lives better? We give them top priority. We give our partner top priority. Okay, schedule it if you have to. Make it a routine, but routine doesn't have to be routine. You can use any of the tips I gave tonight or recipes to spice it up. It just means you can create anticipation. Affection and touch. This is important not just in the moment, but throughout the day, throughout the week. Touch and affection are what we crave so that we can be more intimate later. Eye contact. Make lots of it. Hold your significant other's gaze. This is really important, not just in the moment as well. Let your guard down. Be vulnerable with them. Share things that are, bothering you in a constructive way. Let them know what's on your mind, what you're worried about. Kiss. Like really actually kiss. Take your time. Make it an experience. Communicate. Make sure you are sharing what you need done, what you are working on, what your goals are, all of that. What turns you on? You want to share what turns you on as well, so that can help you both prep the mood. If a certain aroma turns you on, then your partner gets to help you with that. If you need a bath before you're intimate because you just want to get more relaxed, if you share that, then they'll know. Okay. Communicate your physical desires, whatever those may be. Tune into your senses that we talked about a lot tonight. That aroma is a very powerful tool in changing your libido, your feelings of romance, intimacy, and so on. And really be in the moment. Don't leave your phones at your bedside going, rrr, rrr. You know, turn the TV off unless you have something on there that you want to watch, and just be in the moment with your partner. Don't, I'm like, especially as a busy mom, like years ago with the kids, I'd be thinking about the dishes in the kitchen sink. Like, no, don't do that. Be present with your partner. Okay, the last thing I want to share with you is an all-night blend. So 2 drops of peppermint in the diffuser with 2 drops of tangerine or wild orange and 2 drops of passion. And if you're already an oil customer of mine or someone else's, and you enjoyed this webinar that I put together for you, please, I would really, really love and appreciate if you left me a review on Google. You can just go to Everyday Essentials with Wendy Kohler. And until Sunday, whomever leaves a Google review, I'll put your name in a draw for passion, because I am passionate about sharing oils with people and education, even if you're not one of my personal customers. If you want to follow me elsewhere, you probably saw this on Instagram because that's where I did most of my posting for this class, but Everyday Essentials _life, or you can just search my name, Wendy Kohler. You can surf and binge watch my YouTube channel, and you can find me on my website. I'll pop a bunch of this up on my blog starting tomorrow or Thursday, and it's everydayessentials-life.com. So I'm going to stop the recording now, and if people have specific questions, I am happy to answer them for you guys.